Why don't adults understand us?
You feel not understood.
Of course I do.
Oh my gosh. Let's get to understanding each other.
Sorry, there's a pigeon right there.
Come back, Charan. Ready. Welcome to Redwood Bloom.
Welcome back to the series where we talk about things that teenagers face through the lens of a teenager and the lens of an adult. Today we are tackling why adults don't understand teenagers.
You experienced that?
Of course I have.
A lot of adults feel that their children don't listen to them, and it's the same thing that the teenagers feel that they are just not heard.
You don't understand me.
I don't understand you. Okay, so there can be a lot of reasons as to why you would feel that way, but there is a very scientific reason to why people or teenagers feel that they are not heard. We've spoken about the functioning of the brain. So the PFC, or the prefrontal cortex of the brain, which is sitting right here above our eyes, that portion of the brain for the teenagers is actually still
developing.
It is still in development stage, while for the teenagers, for the adults, it's fully grown up. And so that results in us having experiences, we being able to make decisions which are more thought through. There is planning and organizing, which is the capability which is there for the PFC. And here, lo and behold, the capability to not listen or
impulsive,
be more impulsive, be more novelty seeking. There's a lot of more need for thrill than there is need for being consistent or being able to think through things, which comes up. What does that sound like?
That really connects to what I learned in psychology class. We were learning about the stages of development, and there are 8 stages of development. So teenagers fall in stage 4. That's from, I guess, 13 to 20. You're trying to find yourself. You're trying to find your identity. You're trying to find an in-group to be in. You're basically wanting to be in-group, and being excluded is very painful. But for adults, they've already gone through all of that, so it isn't really an importance anymore, because they have a committed relationship. Most of them, they have a committed relationship.
Most of them.
And they have roles that they fit into in society as well, so it's a lot more stable than teenagers.
Yes, and that does make sense. Like, if you see in this age, what matters to teenagers is listening into their clique, listening into what their friends have to say.
Or like being in a friend group.
Being in a friends group, hanging out with them is more critical for you than wanting to look at long-term visioning, as the formation of the persona that is myself. The discovery is still happening.
Yeah.
Right? And if I now come back and tell you, why are you online? Do not comment on things. Don't be chatting. He's like, oh, that's where all my friends are. And here is mama thinking, don't write anything because it will look bad in your application. Or they're
3 years later.
Yeah, somebody's going to catch something. So, yeah, this is the adult thinking from a long-term perspective versus you wanting to be in the group. And you do make a very valid point that, for humans, being in group is one of the almost developmental requirement that
it's a critical need because we are social animals.
Exactly. So that becomes very necessary. The other reason I think that we as adults do not necessarily understand your world, and so do not connect at that level, is also that when we were young, our worlds were very different from when you are now. Like when you are growing up, your world has a very different orientation to technology What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I remember you telling me things about when you were younger, and it's like I don't think I would ever do that now. I don't think I would do that at all. So yeah,
In terms of the kind of games we played and the absence of technology which was there, yeah.
we're exposed to so many new things at such a fast pace that we're accustomed to it, while it would take you a while to be accustomed to it, because there's such a big production of things.
I understand where you're coming from. So, interestingly, both of us are speaking about the same thing, but reaching at the topic from a totally different point of view. In a sense, it is two different sides of the stick, but it is a stick nonetheless. And if I, as an adult, can be more empathetic and a little less judgmental about, coming from my thinking of you don't listen, or oh my god, these teenagers, oh my god, these teen years, to thinking, okay, help me understand your perspective, maybe I'll make life a little easier for you. Do you think?
Yeah, I feel like if teenagers did the same thing and held space for adults and also didn't judge them for not knowing, it would make having a relationship it would make having a relationship with adults a lot more easier.
I think so. I think so. Not feeling judged as a adult would provide more space to share the opinions that we carry. So that was us thinking through aloud on what it means and why. So let us know what resonated with you, and what can you do in next
2 hours, 2 days, and 2 weeks.
Do share your comments on how would you like to interact with this content, and we'll be back again soon with another content in this series. Bye-bye.
Bye.